Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I wanted to do a video showcasing our new in colors. The new catalog went live on June 3rd, so it is available to order from, and this is 4 of our new in colors. We're going to do the 5th one here on video shortly, and I'm also using one of our new bundles, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is called To a Wild Rose. So you could see here there's some two-step stamping, 3-step stamping, some sentiments with mixed fonts. This is just gorgeous, and you can see how beautiful the actual flower image is in here. So I've stamped it, I've embossed it, I've used a few other products here. This does come with a set of coordinating dies, so let me show you those. Here those are. So it has a beautiful big label in it, and then you have a few leaf and a couple flowers, as well as a center there. So this is just a lovely set. Very excited to showcase it for you guys today. I'm also using a sentiment from Perennial Birthday. This is a stamp set that carried over. I just love this Happy Birthday because it's stacked and it's a nice size. So like I said, we are going to do some heat embossing with our silver emboss. Let me show you our new in colors. We are using the 2019-2021 in color 6x6 paper stack. So you can see here, this is the 5 different colors, and I'm trying to showcase the different patterns. So it is double-sided. I love this pattern here. Here's the other pattern. And then let's flip that over. You can see one side is kind of the gingham, and then one has some script on it. So very versatile. We are going to do the Pretty Peacock today. So this is the Purple Posy. This is the Rococo Rose. Side Spray. And this is the Terracotta Tile. To get used to those names. Alright, so let's set that aside. Let me grab our beautiful cards here. Alright, so for our card base, I am using a piece of thick Whisper White. This is cut 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have another piece of Whisper White that is cut 4 by 5 1/4. This is just the regular Whisper White. We are going to layer those. As I mentioned, we're using the Pretty Peacock in color designer series paper, that ink pad. We are going to use the Wild Rose bundle as well as the Perennial Birthday. We're going to use our new in color faceted dots, and then we're also going to use a piece of our Silver Glimmer as well as our vellum on this project. Alright, so let's start with some stamping. I'm going to just grab that 4 by 5 1/4 layer. I'm going to open up our Pretty Peacock ink pad. I'm going to grab my stamp. We're going to ink that up well. We're going to stamp one of those flowers there. Gorgeous. And then we're going to stamp another one over here. Beautiful. I chose to do this color on video because I thought it might be a little bit easier to show up for people. Alright, let's grab our piece of Pretty Peacock. This time now we're going to emboss. So let me actually grab our 2 pieces. We're using the scrap of Whisper White and a piece of the Pretty Peacock that's just big enough to allow us to do our flower. This is for our sentiment. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy. I'm going to go over both of those to alleviate static. And then we're going to get our Versamark out. Let's start with our sentiment, our Happy Birthday. We're just going to stamp that down. We're going to put our Versamark now on our big flower. And then we're going to stamp that down. I'm going to give this a nice press because it's photopolymer and I don't have my pad underneath. I want to get a nice impression. That looks pretty good. Alright, so let me grab both of these. Let's open up our grid paper because I want to catch our embossing powder. Now I like to keep my embossing powder in a little container. These I got at the Dollar Tree, and this is our silver emboss powder. And I'm just going to pour that right over and then shake that off. Okay, we'll do the same. Whoops, just spilled that, of course. Here I was trying to keep it neat for y'all. Alright, let's put some more over this. Okay. That little spoon of mine actually comes apart, so I could fit it inside the container if I wanted to. It's actually from one of the kids' cereal boxes, which is kind of funny, but they work perfect for embossing. Alright, I'm just going to get my emboss spill right back in there. So we'll close up our nice little container. Alright, and then I'm going to try to reach my heat tool over here. It's a little bit hard, but hopefully you will see this. I will fast forward so that you don't have to listen to it. I'm going to put my heat tool on the setting 2. Okay, and do you see how gorgeous that came out with the silver? I just love it. Alright, so let's grab our big shot. We're going to give that just a moment to kind of cool down that piece of paper. Let me get my card base out of here. A lot of things on my desk. Okay, so I have our piece of vellum. There's this lovely long piece here, and we are just going to put that right on to our vellum. And it's a little shorter than the front of our card, but you'll see why that doesn't matter. It was just a scrap that I had because we're kind of covering it. I'm just rolling it through a couple times because there's little pieces that I don't want to get caught coming out. Okay, so you can see most of those already came out. So here is our little piece. Alright, let me clean off those pieces. Alright, let's take our piece of in color paper and our big label die. This is going to be such a nice die. It's just a beautiful size and pattern, you know, that you can use on anything. I love it. Alright, so let's cut that. It's got a little stitching on it as well. I know that's probably hard to see. Alright, and then we also want to do our little leaf on our silver glimmer. If you have not tried our glimmer, guys, you really need to try it. We have it in multiple colors, and it no longer leaves you, you know, covered in glitter. So some people try to avoid the glimmer because they don't like the glitter. So I have to say our new one is so much better than our older one that it's worth giving it a try if you haven't tried it in a while. So I'm going to poke all of these little pieces out. And I got my take your pick tool here, and I'm just helping that layer out. So there's our little leaf. Alright, and then the only thing we have left now is to do our beautiful flower we just embossed. So let's grab that. And let me see here. Oh, I turned my, yeah, hold on. I had kind of a system, here it is, for figuring that out. I look at this little point on this side, and then it just layers up beautifully. Okay. So let's run that through. And you got your beautiful flower. Alright, so let's set this big shot aside. Got lots of pieces here. And we can begin to assemble our card. So first I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of our layer. We are going to layer that on our Whisper White, just like that. Okay, we're going to take that big label that we die cut and we're going to add adhesive there as well. And then we're going to put that here. I also used our in color ribbon. This is the Pretty Peacock. I cut this 4 inches and I'm just going to take my ribbon scissors and kind of angle the edge of it right there. And then I'm going to take my adhesive right to the back of my ribbon. Okay, I'm going to grab our piece of vellum. Now I have this rounded part on this side, and behind these flowers I'm just going to put a glue dot. So it'll be a little easier to see. This flower and this flower I have a little glue dot, and that will help hold this in place for me. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with that in color ribbon and we're going to put that on top of it. Okay, and that'll also help us hold it down. Alright, and then I have been trying to do my flower about the same as my other because I'm going to make this a set. So this is my corner here where I'm putting my little silver leaf. So I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of that. And we're going to stick that out. And then I'm going to grab a bunch of dimensionals so we can have a nice raised image here. I think I'm going to add one more over here. That. Okay, let me get those out of our way. Alright, so let's bring back in our card and we are going to lay that down just like that, give that a nice press. Okay, so now with our embossed happy birthday, I am just going to grab my big scissors here and I'm going to just trim this out of my scrap. So that's why you didn't really have to pay attention too much to the size, just something big enough for your sentiment. And then I'm trimming it down quite a bit. And then I'm going to add my adhesive to the back of that. I'm going to put some off there, so let me roll that backwards. Okay, and then we're kind of going to tuck this in. I have a dimensional there, so it's kind of holding me back. We're going to tuck that in right there. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we grab our in color or faceted dots here. We're going to use all 3 sizes. So I'm going to go big, medium, and then this little one right down there. And that completes our project. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm really enjoying these new in colors. We love all of our in colors. I mean, I'm going to miss the ones that retired, but Stampin' Up! Always does a wonderful job replacing our colors with some more gorgeous ones. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys. You can find a full supply list in the description, and I look forward to being back with you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.